Hey everyone, this is Colleen again, Artwork by Colleen. Thanks for joining me for part 2. Currently we're at the blue and green stage. I'm transitioning again from the green to the blue. As per usual, we're going to do an accordion cane, and then I'm going to flatten it out so where kind of like the green is on the top and the blue is on the bottom. And I'm going to flatten it out and push it so that we sort of have a kind of a flat section, because I'm going to put it at the end of those little yellow points. So because of that, you just saw that I used a really skinny knitting needle to push it across the top of the green area so that it kind of gives room for the point of the little yellow and white section to go. And that way it fits it a little better, and also it doesn't tend to push down that point quite as much. You can see I'm filling in and kind of sort of spreading the blue out a little bit to sort of even it out and make it less star shaped and slightly more round shape. Once I get all of these blue and green pieces on, then I'm going to go ahead and take my gold and put on each of the ends. And then once I get the gold on, you can see the gold's right there on, if you look on the side. And of course, once I have the gold on, then I'll add the black. Now we're going to work with the blue and white to make yet another Skinner blend, because why not? I'm going to ultimately make 2 blue and white ones, but here's the first one. This time, finally, we're going to do something different, and we're going to make bullseye canes. We're going to start with the dark in the center and the white on the outside. I'm cutting on multiple pieces, as you can see, because I'm going to go on each side of those little blue and green triangles that we just put in. So there you can see me putting them around, so that makes 10 of those. Now, once those are on, I'm going to make yet one more blue and white one. And when I come back this time on the bullseye cane, I'm going to have the light part in the center and the dark part on the outside, just to make it a little different. And then I flattened it out so where the white's kind of then in the middle and it's a flat piece. And then I rounded them and made them fit on top of the green and blue, kind of in between those two little white outlined canes right there. So that gives it a completely different look. As I did before, I'm going to go each of the blue area that I just did. We're going to go ahead and put gold on top of it and then black on top of that. Now that's going to take a minute to get all the way around. So sometimes, I don't know, I guess just for variety, just for boredom, sometimes I'll put the gold first and then the black. Sometimes I'll put all the golds, then all the blacks. There's no rhyme or reason, and just kind of what I'm in the mood to do. And like I had to roll out some more black, so that's why I couldn't do the gold and then the black. But either way, that being said, I'm going around. Once I finish going all around with this, then we'll have a solid black all the way around. So you can see I'm kind of rolling it out because I want it to be more circular. Here we're introducing the dark blue and then kind of that brighter blue, putting them together, making another Skinner blend with an accordion fold. But I decided after I flattened this one out, because it came to be kind of long, I decided that I was no longer actually following anything on the pattern of that picture. I was just doing more of the color scheme. And B, I thought, hey, it might look kind of cool to put a little slice of gold, a little slice of white, and then roll it into sort of a pinwheel shape, which is kind of what I'm doing here, because I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of cool looking. And then I thought, well, let's make it into sort of a triangle / maybe petal shape and put it onto the cane. I am going to cover it in black, but if you see, I'm only covering the top 2 pieces and not the bottom, so that we don't have the problem with having black on black. And there you go. You can see that we're going to add that on top of those blue areas that we just did, just to give it some more design and creation. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I just do it as it hits me. Now we're going to transition into I was going to say final color, but really purple's not the final color. So now we're doing the blue and purple, and once more, we're going to do the accordion fold. Now that the accordion's together, I'm going to flatten it out into a long, thin sheet that's a variation of purple and blue. I'm going to put the gold on both sides of it, and then we'll just put the black onto the side that has the purple. Once we've done that, we'll cut the 5 even pieces, and we'll go ahead and place it in between each of the little spiral little points there. I will say this, now that it's all made, I feel like even though I did the transition from the purple to the blue and some of those smaller ones, when I pushed it down and flattened it into these thin pieces, you really don't see a whole lot of the transitioning of the colors. So honestly, you probably could do it with straight one color and it would be a lot quicker and probably a whole lot easier. Because my creative mind was still going, I decided for the light color, how's about making nothing but little circles, and we'll just put little tubes of light purple all the way around. So that's what I did. I went and put 5 in between each of the little spires. And then I thought, okay, well, in order to finish that out, let's put the white in between those, which would require you to put 4 in between each one, which is when I went ahead and did here. Then I thought, okay, well, to finish that out, I'll take the solid dark purple and then I'll go ahead and line it over the little dots that I've put all together, which is what I'm doing here, which seemed like the next progress. And then, of course, I went and put the gold over that and then went ahead and put the black over that. But I kind of would have been probably easier just to put the gold and the black on first. However, when I was making this, I was literally doing it out of my head and I was coming up with these things on the fly, so I kind of didn't think about that. And now we're to finally the final color, which is going to be the pink and white. So I went ahead and put the darkest pink and the white together. I'm going to make the Skinner blend one more time, and we're going to do the final accordion fold. So after that, we're going to press it out once again like we did some of the other ones, making a really thin layer with the white at one end and the dark pink at the other end. Again, like I said, when I pressed it all the way down and make it like a kind of like a single sheet on the thickest in the pasta machine, it didn't really have a whole lot of color variety. I did, however, put the white towards the outside because I wanted to have the pink, which had been transitioned from the purple, I guess, maybe, but not really. Anyway, I wanted to have the pink, the lightest color along the outside. And then it was just a matter of putting the gold and the black together. And there we go. That is the finished cane. At this point, I am going to show you how I reduced it. It's important. Well, it is important for me anyway. When I'm reducing it, I try to squeeze it along the middle and push it, but I also like to continually try to push it along the top and bottom so that it doesn't distort as much as it could. But I feel like you still get, or at least I do, you still get a decent amount of distortion that wastes the very ends. But here I am squeezing it down. It's kind of a 3-part squeezing, pushing, and rolling process to get it to where the size I want it. And now we're at the moment of truth. We're going to slice it up and see what we came up with. This is always the most exciting and sometimes terrifying part of making a cane. Oh, but yeah, I'm really happy with these colors. I think it came out super pretty. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed making this video. Thanks and have a great day.